Most of us use the washing machine almost every day. But here asks a question. When was the last time you actually cleaned the machine itself? You put in dirty clothes, add detergent, press a few buttons, and that's it. But while your clothes are getting clean, your washing machine is slowly getting dirtier inside. Soap scum, lint, hair, hard water stains, bacteria, and mold. All of this builds up in hidden places like the drum, the filter, and the detergent tray. And that's why your machine sometimes smells bad, or why clothes come out looking dull instead of fresh. But don't worry, in this full guide, I'm going to show you how to deep clean both top-load and front-load washing machines, step by step. We'll clean the drum, the filter, the pipes, the detergent tray, the rubber gasket, everything. By the end, your washing machine will look, smell, and perform like brand new. So let's get started. Before we actually start cleaning the washing machine, let's talk about something very important: the tools and materials we'll need. Many people make the mistake of jumping straight into cleaning without preparing the right items. What happens then? They stop halfway, they realize something is missing, or worse, they use the wrong product and damage their machine. I don't want that to happen to you. That's why we are going to carefully go through every single item. I will not only show you what we need, but also explain why we need it, how it works, and even give you alternatives if you don't have that particular thing at home. The first and most important item is white vinegar. Vinegar is one of the most powerful natural cleaning agents you can use. It contains acetic acid, which breaks down mineral deposits, soap residue, and even kills many types of bacteria and mold. When we pour vinegar into the drum and run a hot cycle, it travels through all the hidden pathways inside your washing machine, the pipes, the pump, the drum walls, and dissolves the layers of dirt that have built up over time. Always use plain, distilled white vinegar. It's cheap, easily available, and safe for your machine. The second item is baking soda. This works perfectly with vinegar. While vinegar is acidic, baking soda is alkaline. This combination creates a fizzing reaction that helps to loosen tough dirt. Baking soda is also an excellent deodorizer. If your washing machine smells musty or sour, baking soda will neutralize those odors. You only need about half a cup for one cleaning session, and it is completely safe. Next on the list is an old toothbrush. Some parts of the machine are very small and have narrow gaps, like the detergent tray corners, the rubber gasket in front loaders, or the lint filter. A big scrubber won't fit there. But a toothbrush can get inside those tight spots and remove mold or dirt easily. We also need a microfiber cloth. Microfiber has very fine fibers that can catch dirt and dust particles better. It also absorbs moisture without leaving lint behind. When we finish cleaning, we will wipe the drum, the gasket, and other surfaces. A microfiber cloth ensures the machine looks shiny and doesn't have tiny fibers sticking to it. The next thing we need is a bucket of hot water. Hot water is essential because it loosens soap scum and kills germs more effectively than cold water. If your machine doesn't heat water, you can boil water separately and keep a bucket ready. Gloves and a mask are also very important. When you open the filter or the gasket, you might find slimy dirt, mold, or even trapped hair and coins. It doesn't look nice, and it certainly doesn't smell good. Wearing gloves will protect your hands, and a mask will help you avoid inhaling bad odor or fumes. Finally, keep a screwdriver handy. In some machines, especially older models, you may need to unscrew a small panel to access the filter or outlet pipe. Having it ready saves time. So, to recap, vinegar, baking soda, toothbrush, microfiber cloth, hot water, gloves, mask, and a screwdriver. Simple, cheap, and mostly things you already have at home. Preparation is half the job. If you gather all these items before starting, the actual cleaning process will go smoothly. Now, let's begin with the top-load washing machine. Most people think cleaning a top-load machine is easier than cleaning a front-load, and yes, in some ways it is. But dirt and residue hide in places you don't usually notice: under the rim of the drum, around the agitator, and inside the pipes. If we only wipe the drum surface, we are not really deep cleaning. We want this machine to shine inside out, smell fresh, and perform like new. First things first, unplug your washing machine before doing any kind of deep cleaning. Safety always comes first. Open the lid and check the drum. Sometimes you'll see visible dirt like lint or black spots. Sometimes it may look clean, but hidden dirt is still there. Remove any forgotten items. Take out the detergent tray if your machine has one, and remove the lint filter. Keep them aside for separate cleaning. Now let's clean the drum. Fill it with hot water. If your machine has a hot cycle, choose the hottest setting. If not, pour in boiled water carefully until it's at least halfway full. Add 2 to 3 cups of white vinegar directly into the drum. Close the lid and let the machine run for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then pause it and let the vinegar water sit inside the drum for at least 1 hour. Soaking allows the vinegar to penetrate hidden corners, loosen stubborn dirt, and kill bacteria. After 1 hour, resume the cycle and let it complete. Once that cycle is done, drain the water. Now fill the drum again with hot water. Add half a cup of baking soda directly into the drum. Close the lid and run another long wash cycle. Baking soda will neutralize any remaining smell and scrub off residue. By the end of this step, the drum will be clean and odor-free. Next, let's clean the lint filter. This little part is often ignored, but it collects lint, hair, and sometimes small objects. Remove the large particles by hand first. Then, soak the filter in hot water mixed with a tablespoon of vinegar for about 15 minutes. After soaking, scrub gently with your toothbrush. Rinse under running water, dry it with your microfiber cloth, and keep it ready to reattach later. Now let's move on to the detergent tray. Detergent and fabric softener leave behind sticky residue that turns into mold. Soak the tray in hot water mixed with half a cup of vinegar for 10 to 15 minutes. Then scrub it with your toothbrush, paying attention to corners and edges. If the tray isn't removable, dip your toothbrush in vinegar and scrub it in place. Wipe it dry afterward. Don't forget the outer rim and the underside of the lid. Dirt and detergent often splash here. Wipe thoroughly with a cloth dipped in vinegar water solution. For stubborn spots, scrub lightly with your toothbrush. Wipe dry with a clean cloth. Now it's time to flush the pipes. Run one final rinse cycle with plain hot water. No vinegar, no baking soda, just hot water. This will flush out any leftover residue. If you can access the outlet pipe, disconnect it carefully and pour hot water mixed with vinegar through it. Reconnect it securely afterward. Once all cycles are complete, leave the lid open for a few hours. This allows the inside to dry completely and prevents new mold from forming. Finally, reattach the clean lint filter and detergent tray. Give the outside of the machine a quick wipe with your microfiber cloth. So in this section, we have cleaned the drum with vinegar and baking soda, refreshed the lint filter, soaked and scrubbed the detergent tray, wiped the rim and lid, flushed the pipes, and dried everything properly. The results are worth it. Fresher clothes, no bad smells, and a longer life for your washing machine. Next, we'll move on to the front-load washing machine deep cleaning, which is a little more challenging, but just as important. Front-load washing machine. Deep cleaning. Front-load washing machines are very popular because they save water, they wash clothes gently, and they usually give better results compared to top-load machines. But at the same time, they are also more sensitive. If you don't clean them regularly, they develop a musty smell. The rubber gasket starts to grow mold, and sometimes you even find black marks on your clothes. So let us go step by step and do a complete deep cleaning of the front-load washing machine. Step 1. Preparation and inspection. Just like before, the first step is always safety. Switch off the machine and unplug it from the socket. Now open the door and take a close look inside. Notice the drum, the rubber gasket around the door, and the detergent drawer. Many times you will already see black spots of mold on the gasket or slimy residue in the drawer. Don't worry, we're going to take care of all of that. Remove any clothes you might have left inside. Take out the detergent drawer if it is removable. Also, check if your machine has a small door at the bottom corner. That is usually where the drain filter is located. We'll open it later. Step 2. Cleaning the drum with vinegar. The drum of a front-load machine is usually stainless steel. It looks shiny, but don't let that fool you. Soap residue and hard water stains build up in the tiny holes of the drum. To clean it, we're going to use the same method we used for the top load, a hot cycle with vinegar. Pour about 2 cups of white vinegar directly into the drum. You can also add a little into the detergent drawer so it travels through the pipes. Now, close the door and set the machine to the hottest and longest wash cycle available. Let the machine fill with water and agitate for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then pause the cycle and let the vinegar water sit inside the drum for at least 1 hour. This soaking step is very important because it dissolves buildup inside the drum holes and in the hidden pipes. After 1 hour, restart the machine and let the cycle finish completely. By the end, the drum will already look and smell fresher. Step 3. Second cycle with baking soda. Once the vinegar cycle is complete, drain the water fully. Now add half a cup of baking soda directly into the drum. Close the door and run another hot wash cycle, this time without clothes and without detergent. As the cycle runs, the baking soda will deodorize the machine and remove any remaining acidic smell of vinegar. Together, vinegar and baking soda create a complete cleaning effect. One kills germs and dissolves residue, the other neutralizes odor and freshens the drum. Step 4. Cleaning the rubber gasket. Now comes one of the dirtiest but most important parts, the rubber gasket. The gasket is the flexible rubber ring that seals the door of your machine. Because it stays damp after every wash, it's the perfect place for mold and bacteria to grow. Many people complain about black stains on clothes. This gasket is usually the culprit. Here's how to clean it. Take a clean microfiber cloth and dip it into a vinegar and hot water solution. Pull back the folds of the rubber gasket gently. You'll probably see dirt, lint, or even coins and hair stuck inside. Wipe thoroughly, reaching into every fold. For stubborn mold spots, dip your old toothbrush into baking soda paste, baking soda mixed with a little water, and scrub gently. Take your time with this step. It's messy, but it makes a huge difference. Once you've scrubbed all sides, wipe the gasket dry with a fresh cloth. Leaving it dry is very important to stop mold from returning. Step 5. Cleaning the detergent drawer. Next, let's focus on the detergent drawer. This is another area people usually ignore. Because it's always damp, it becomes a breeding ground for mold. If your drawer is removable, take it out completely. Soak it in hot water mixed with vinegar for about 15 minutes. After soaking, use your toothbrush to scrub away all the slimy residue. Pay attention to corners and the underside, because mold often hides there. If your drawer is not removable, you'll need to clean it in place. Dip your toothbrush in vinegar and scrub as deep as you can. Then wipe everything with a microfiber cloth. Also, don't forget the compartment where the drawer fits inside the machine. Wipe it with a vinegar-soaked cloth or spray a little vinegar solution and scrub gently. Once everything is clean, dry the drawer completely before reinserting it. Step 6. Cleaning the drain filter. Now let's move to the drain filter. This part is usually located behind a small panel at the bottom corner of your machine. The filter's job is to catch coins, hairpins, lint, and other small debris so they don't clog the pump. To clean it, place a small bowl or towel underneath to catch any water that may come out. Then twist open the filter slowly. Be prepared. Sometimes smelly water or dirt will flow out. That's normal. Remove the filter completely and wash it under running hot water. Use your toothbrush to scrub off any dirt or hair. Once it looks clean, wipe it dry. Also, wipe the compartment where the filter sits, because mold often collects there too. Then put the filter back in securely and close the panel. Step 7. Flushing the pipes. Just like with the top load machine, we also need to flush the pipes of the front load. Run one final rinse cycle with plain hot water. No vinegar, no baking soda, just hot water. This will wash away any loose residue from the previous steps. If you want to go even deeper, you can disconnect the outlet hose at the back and pour hot water mixed with vinegar through it. Just make sure you reconnect it tightly to avoid leaks. Step 8. Drying the machine. Now that the deep cleaning is done, it's very important to let the machine dry properly. Keep the door open for at least 2 to 3 hours. This prevents moisture from getting trapped and stops new mold from forming. Also, take out the detergent drawer and leave it open to air dry completely. Wipe the rubber gasket once more with a dry cloth to make sure no water is sitting inside the folds. Step 9. Final touch and exterior cleaning. Finally, let's not forget the outside of the machine. Wipe the control panel, the buttons, and the body with a soft cloth dipped in vinegar solution. This removes fingerprints, detergent splashes, and dust. It also makes your machine look shiny and new. Recap of front load cleaning. So let's recap what we did for the front load washing machine. We ran a hot vinegar cycle to disinfect the drum and pipes. We followed with a baking soda cycle to neutralize odor. We scrubbed and dried the rubber gasket. We soaked and cleaned the detergent drawer. We removed and washed the drain filter. We flushed the pipes with plain hot water. We left the machine open to dry. And we finished with an exterior wipe down. With these steps, your front load machine is now fully deep cleaned. Clothes will smell fresher, the machine will run more efficiently, and you won't have to deal with that nasty, musty odor anymore. Section 4. Removing smell permanently. One of the most common problems washing machine owners face is bad odor. You may notice that even after you wash your clothes, they don't smell fresh. Instead, they have a musty, damp, or sour smell. Sometimes the smell is so strong that it fills the laundry area. This problem is not just annoying. It's a sign that bacteria, mold, or residue are living inside your washing machine. If left untreated, the smell can spread to your clothes, your towels, even your bed sheets. But the good news is, with the right steps, you can not only remove the smell, but also prevent it from coming back permanently. Let's break this down step by step. Step 1. Understand where the smell comes from. Before we fix the smell, we need to understand why it happens. There are 4 main sources of washing machine odor: detergent and fabric softener residue. Many people think using more detergent makes clothes cleaner. But actually, excess detergent doesn't dissolve completely. It sticks to the inside of the drum, the detergent drawer, and the pipes. Over time, this residue becomes sticky and traps dirt. That dirt becomes food for bacteria, which then creates a sour smell. Moisture and mold. Washing machines, especially front loaders, stay damp after every cycle. Moisture is the perfect environment for mold and mildew. The rubber gasket, the detergent drawer, and the drum holes are the main places where mold grows. Mold has a very distinct musty odor. Clogged filters and pipes. If the drain filter or outlet pipe is blocked with lint, coins, or hair, dirty water gets trapped inside. Stagnant water always smells bad. Not airing out the machine. If you always keep the washing machine door closed, the inside never gets a chance to dry. This makes the smell worse, so when we talk about removing smell permanently, it means we have to attack all 4 sources: residue, mold, clogged filters, and lack of airflow. Step 2. Deep cleaning cycle for odor. The first step in odor removal is running a proper cleaning cycle. If you've already followed the vinegar and baking soda method from earlier sections, that's great. But if the smell is still there, we're going to go a little stronger. Here's what you need: 2 cups of white vinegar, half a cup of baking soda. Optional: a few drops of tea tree oil or lemon essential oil. Both have natural antibacterial properties and leave a fresh smell. Steps: pour the vinegar into the detergent drawer so it goes through the pipes. Sprinkle baking soda directly into the drum. Add 5 to 6 drops of tea tree oil or lemon oil into the drum. Run the hottest and longest wash cycle, This combination disinfects, deodorizes, and leaves behind a light, fresh scent. If your machine allows, set the cycle to soak for 1 hour before it continues. By the end, most of the odor-causing bacteria will be gone. Step 3. Attack the rubber gasket. If you own a front-load machine, the gasket is usually the #1 reason for bad smell. Even after running a cleaning cycle, mold spores can stay stuck in the folds. To fix this permanently, mix baking soda with a little water to make a paste. Apply the paste directly on the black spots or mold inside the gasket. Leave it for 15–20 minutes. Scrub gently with an old toothbrush. Wipe with a cloth dipped in vinegar. This not only removes the smell, but also kills the root cause, the mold itself. Step 4. Clean the detergent drawer. Thoroughly. Fabric softener is the biggest culprit for drawer smell. It leaves a sticky coating that attracts mold. To clean permanently, remove the drawer. Soak it in hot water mixed with vinegar. Use a toothbrush to scrub all corners. Don't forget the compartment where the drawer sits. Spray vinegar inside and wipe thoroughly. Dry completely before reinserting. To prevent future smells, avoid using too much softener, and once a week, leave the drawer slightly open to let it dry. Step 5. Drain filter and pipe flush. If your washing machine smells like sewage, the problem is usually the drain filter or pipe. Dirty water sitting inside creates a rotten smell. To clean, open the filter at the bottom. Drain out the water into a bowl. Remove any hair, lint, or coins. Wash the filter with hot water and vinegar. Wipe the inside of the compartment. For the pipe, disconnect it carefully and flush it with boiling water mixed with vinegar. This clears any trapped waste that was causing odor. Step 6. Dry the machine. Completely. One of the biggest mistakes people make is closing the machine immediately after use. The damp environment allows smell to return. To stop this permanently, always leave the door slightly open after every wash. Remove the detergent drawer and let it air out. Wipe the drum and gasket dry with a microfiber cloth. This simple habit prevents 80% of odor problems. Step 7. Natural deodorizers. Now let's talk about keeping the machine smelling fresh on a daily basis. Place a small open jar of baking soda near the machine. It absorbs moisture and smell from the air. Put a few drops of essential oil on a cotton ball and keep it near the machine. Lavender, lemon, or eucalyptus work great. Once in a while, run a quick rinse cycle with just hot water and a spoon of vinegar. These small tricks ensure that the smell doesn't come back. Step 8. Common mistakes to avoid. If you want odor gone permanently, avoid these mistakes. Using too much detergent, it causes residue and smell. Using cold water only, germs survive better in cold water. Run at least 1 hot cycle every week. Leaving wet clothes inside, always remove clothes immediately after the wash ends. Keeping the door closed all the time, always allow airflow. Step 9. When to call a professional. Sometimes, despite all your efforts, the smell doesn't go away. This usually happens if the internal pipes or pump have a serious blockage. If that's the case, you may need a professional technician to open the machine and clean it from the inside. But in most cases, the methods we've discussed are more than enough to remove and prevent washing machine odor permanently. Final recap. So let's recap the smell removal process. Run a strong vinegar, baking soda, and essential oil cleaning cycle. Scrub the gasket with baking soda paste and vinegar. Deep clean the detergent drawer. Flush the drain filter and outlet pipe. Always dry the machine completely. Use natural deodorizers to keep freshness. Avoid common mistakes like excess detergent or leaving the door shut. By following these steps, your washing machine will not only be clean, but also smell fresh every single time you open it. Clothes will come out smelling naturally fresh. Section 5. Long-term maintenance and care. Congratulations. By this point, you've deep cleaned your washing machine, removed the smell, and restored it to like-new condition. But here's the truth. If you don't take care of your machine regularly, the same problems will come back. The mold will grow again, the smell will return, and dirt will build up. That's why long-term maintenance is not optional. It's essential. The good news is, proper maintenance is simple, doesn't take much time, and saves you a lot of money by preventing repairs or replacements. In this section, I'll share with you daily, weekly, and monthly maintenance habits. I'll also give you professional tips to extend your machine's life, save energy, and keep your clothes looking fresh. Part 1. Daily Maintenance Habits. These are the small things you should do after every wash cycle. They take less than 5 minutes, but they make a huge difference. 1. Leave the door open. After every wash, resist the urge to shut the washing machine door immediately. Instead, keep it slightly open. This allows air to circulate and prevents moisture from being trapped inside. Trapped moisture is the #1 reason for mold and odor. Think of it like your bathroom. If it stays wet and closed, mold appears. The same is true for your washing machine. 2. Remove clothes. Promptly. Don't leave wet clothes sitting inside the machine. Even 1 or 2 hours can be enough to create a musty smell. As soon as the cycle finishes, remove your laundry. This keeps both your clothes and your machine fresh. 3. Wipe the drum and gasket. Take a dry microfiber cloth and quickly wipe the inside of the drum. If you have a front loader, also wipe the folds of the rubber gasket. This prevents water droplets from sitting there and creating mold later. 4. Keep the detergent drawer dry. If possible, remove the detergent drawer slightly and let it dry between washes. Fabric softener especially tends to leave behind sticky moisture. A quick wipe once a day is enough. Part 2. Weekly Maintenance Habits. Once a week, dedicate a little extra time for your washing machine. This weekly care ensures that dirt and soap residue never get the chance to build up. 1. Run a hot rinse cycle. Even if you don't do a deep clean, run 1 hot rinse cycle with just plain water or with a tablespoon of vinegar. This flushes out detergent residue and keeps the machine fresh. 2. Clean the lint filter. Check the lint filter in top load machines or drain filter in front load machines. Remove any lint, hair, or debris. It only takes a few minutes, but it prevents clogging and smell. 3. Wipe the exterior. Use a soft cloth and a little vinegar water solution to wipe the outside of the machine. This removes dust, detergent splashes, and keeps the control panel clean. 4. Check the hose. Take a quick look at the water inlet and outlet hoses. Make sure there are no leaks or bends. A blocked hose can reduce water flow and strain your machine. Part 3. Monthly Maintenance Habits. Once a month, give your washing machine a more thorough treatment. This is like a mini deep clean. 1. Vinegar and baking soda refresh. Run a cleaning cycle with 2 cups of vinegar and half a cup of baking soda. This keeps bacteria away and removes any light buildup. 2. Clean the detergent drawer. Completely remove the detergent drawer, soak it in hot water, scrub it with a toothbrush, and dry it fully. Even if it doesn't look dirty, invisible mold spores may be present. 3. Inspect the gasket. Front load users should pull back the gasket folds and wipe with vinegar. If you see even small black spots, scrub them right away before they spread. 4. Inspect and clean the drain filter. Open the filter, drain any water, and wash it thoroughly. If you notice an unusual smell or sticky residue, clean it more carefully. Pro tips for long-term care. Now let ES talk about some expert-level tips that will keep your washing machine running smoothly for years. 1. Use the right amount of detergent. More detergent does not mean cleaner clothes. In fact, using too much detergent causes residue buildup, which leads to smell and dull clothes. Always follow the recommended amount, and if you have soft water, use even less. 2. Use high-quality detergent. Cheap detergents often contain fillers that don't dissolve fully. Over time, these fillers stick inside the drum and pipes. A good quality detergent saves you from future cleaning headaches. 3. Avoid excess fabric softener. Fabric softener is one of the main causes of drawer mold. If you want softer clothes, use it occasionally, not every wash. Or switch to natural alternatives like vinegar, which softens clothes without residue. 4. Balance the load. Never overload your machine. An overloaded drum strains the motor, reduces cleaning efficiency, and causes vibration. On the other hand, running the machine with very few clothes also wastes energy. Balance is key. 5. Check for hard water. If you live in an area with hard water, mineral deposits can quickly build up inside your machine. To combat this, run a vinegar cycle twice a month instead of once. You can also use a water softener if the problem is severe. 6. Don't slam the door. Closing the machine door forcefully damages the gasket and latch over time. Always close it gently. 7. Keep the area clean. Don't forget that your washing machine also breathes air from its surroundings. If the laundry area is dusty, damp, or moldy, the machine will absorb that too. Keep the floor clean and dry. Seasonal or yearly care. In addition to daily, weekly, and monthly habits, there are also some tasks you should do once or twice a year. Full deep clean. Do the complete vinegar plus, baking soda plus, filter plus, gasket plus drawer cleaning session at least once every 6 months. Check the hoses. Replace water hoses every 2 to 3 years or earlier if you see cracks. Check the machine balance. Make sure your machine is level. If it shakes during spin, adjust the feet to stabilize it. Professional service. If you use the machine very heavily, consider calling a technician once a year for internal inspection. Benefits of regular maintenance. By following these habits, here's what you gain. Your washing machine will smell fresh all the time. Clothes will come out cleaner and softer. The machine will run more efficiently, saving electricity and water. You will avoid expensive repairs caused by clogged filters or broken pumps. The lifespan of your machine will increase by years. In short, maintenance is not just about cleaning. It's about protecting your investment and making your daily life easier. Final recap of maintenance section. Daily. Leave the door open, remove clothes quickly, wipe drum and gasket, dry the drawer. Weekly. Run a hot rinse, clean filters, wipe exterior, check hoses. Monthly. Refresh with vinegar. Plus baking soda, deep clean drawer and gasket, inspect filter. Pro tips. Use less detergent, avoid too much softener, balance the load, be gentle with the machine. Yearly. Do a full deep clean, check hoses, keep the machine stable, consider professional service. With these steps, your washing machine will stay clean, efficient, and odor-free. Not just for weeks, but for years. Section 6. Common problems and troubleshooting. No matter how much care you take of your washing machine, sometimes problems do happen. The good news is that most of these problems are simple, and you don't need to call a technician every time. In this section, I'm going to share the most common washing machine problems, why they happen, and step-by-step solutions you can try at home. Problem 1. Bad smell comes back. Why it happens. Machine was not dried properly after last wash. Detergent or fabric softener residue is still inside. Gasket or drawer is still holding moisture. Solution. Run a short hot cycle with 1 cup of vinegar. Wipe drum and gasket dry after every wash. Leave door and drawer open for airflow. If smell is very strong, repeat the deep cleaning process once more. Problem 2. Machine makes loud noise. Why it happens. The load inside is unbalanced. Machine is not level on the floor. Objects like coins or buttons are stuck inside the drum or pump. Solution. Stop the cycle. Redistribute clothes evenly. Use a spirit level or adjust the machine feet until it's stable. Check the drum manually by turning it. If you hear rattling, something may be stuck. Remove filter and inspect. Problem 3. Machine vibrates too much. Why it happens. Floor is uneven, machine is overloaded or underloaded. Shock absorbers or suspension springs are worn out. Solution. Place a rubber mat under the machine for stability. Always balance the load. Not too full, not too empty. If vibration continues despite balancing, you may need a technician to check the suspension system. Problem 4. Machine does not drain water. Why it happens: drain filter is clogged, outlet pipe is blocked or bent, pump is faulty. Solution: open and clean the drain filter, as shown in earlier section. Straighten the drain hose and flush with hot water plus vinegar. If water still doesn't drain, pump may need replacement. Call a professional. Problem 5. Machine leaks water. Why it happens: door gasket is damaged or dirty, hose connections are loose, detergent drawer is overflowing due to too much soap. Solution: inspect gasket for tears or mold, clean it, or replace if cracked. Tighten inlet and outlet hose connections. Use less detergent and never overfill the drawer. Problem 6. Clothes come out, soapy or dirty. Why it happens: too much detergent. Water supply is low pressure. Drum or filter is dirty. Solution: reduce detergent to recommended amount. Ensure water supply is consistent. Clean drum, filter, and drawer regularly. Problem 7. Clothes smell. Even after washing. Why it happens: machine itself smells. Mold, bacteria. Clothes were left wet inside for too long. Cold water only washing. Solution: clean machine thoroughly. Vinegar plus baking soda. Remove clothes immediately after wash. Wash towels and heavy clothes occasionally on a hot cycle. Problem 8. Machine doesn't start. Why it happens: power supply issue. Door is not closed properly. Child lock or safety mode is on. Solution: check the plug and power switch. Close the door firmly until it clicks. Look for child lock icon on display and turn it off. Problem 9. Detergent drawer is always moldy. Why it happens: too much fabric softener. Drawer never dries. Poor airflow. Solution: use less softener. After every wash, pull the drawer slightly open to let it dry. Once a month, soak drawer in vinegar and scrub. Problem 10. Machine shuts off mid-cycle. Why it happens: overheating due to overloading. Power fluctuation. Control board issue. Solution: reduce load size. Use a voltage stabilizer if power is unstable. If problem repeats, call a technician to check the board. Problem 11. Washing machine smells like sewage. Why it happens: drain pipe is clogged with wastewater. Sewer gas is backing up into the machine. Solution: clean filter and flush pipe with hot water plus vinegar. Ensure drain hose is connected properly with a water trap. If smell persists, check home plumbing. Problem 12. Machine leaves black marks on clothes. Why it happens: gasket mold is rubbing off. Drum has grease buildup. Filter is clogged. Solution: clean gasket with baking soda paste and vinegar. Run an empty hot cycle with vinegar to dissolve grease. Clean filter thoroughly. Problem 13. Machine uses too much water or power. Why it happens: old inefficient model. Wrong settings. Overloading. Solution: use eco or quick wash settings when possible. Wash full balanced loads instead of half loads. Consider upgrading if machine is very old. Problem 14. Strange smell. Even after cleaning, why it happens: hidden bacteria inside pipes or pump. Airflow still poor. Solution: flush outlet hose with boiling water. Leave machine open longer after cycles. Repeat vinegar plus baking soda cycle twice. Troubleshooting recap. So here's a quick recap of how to handle common problems. Smell? Clean with vinegar plus baking soda. Dry machine properly. Noise or vibration. Balance load. Stabilize machine. Drainage issue. Clean filter and flush pipes. Leaks. Check gasket, hoses, and detergent amount. Clothes not clean? Use right detergent. Clean drum. Machine dead? Check power, door, child lock. Strange marks? clean gasket and filter. By following these troubleshooting steps, you'll be able to solve most washing machine issues yourself without spending money on service calls. So there you have it. A complete master guide to washing machine deep cleaning, odor removal, maintenance, and troubleshooting. Now imagine this. You never have to worry about smelly clothes again. Your machine runs quietly, your laundry smells fresh, and you save money by avoiding costly repairs. If you found this video helpful, don't just stop here. Make it a habit. Take 5 minutes after every wash, do the weekly and monthly tips, and you'll never face the usual washing machine problems again. And remember, a washing machine is not just an appliance, it's an investment. The better you care for it, the better it will serve you. Before you go, tell me in the comments, which problem do you face most with your washing machine? Smell, noise, leaks, or something else? I'll reply with personalized tips for your machine. And if you want more detailed guides like this, on home care, appliances, and cleaning hacks, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and share this video with friends who also struggle with laundry. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and take care of your machine. I'll see you in the next video.